Just a quick thank you to the Ministry of Sports and Culture. Obviously, they got us the invite in to play this tournament, so a big thank you to them. Yeah, and it's been a great experience this week. Well, challenging moment is probably on the golf course. I mean, tough golf course, pretty windy and stuff, but I learned a lot from it. I'll take a lot back. I know what I need to work on going into the next week. I'm going to play the event, and yeah.
The most challenging in the course was the wind. The wind was too much, especially on day 2.
Just showed me, I learned a lot about creativity, especially off the tee and around the greens, which was really nice. And yeah, and other than that, I enjoyed the course. It was quite windy, and except I played from the front, which is not what the pros are playing, but from the back it looked quite hard.
I'm going to Zimbabwe next week, so I'll play Zimbabwe next week, but I want to get the opportunity to play more of these events.
Bob Verbeek. I am the founder and CEO of the Golazzo Group International, and today we are here in Antwerp, Belgium, where we will host a tournament of the DP World Tour with a prize money of $2 million golf tournament, where we are welcoming players from countries all over the world. Amongst 2 that are playing are 2 Kenyans that have received a wild card from our organization. I think Kenya is really coming up in golf, and I think the 2 events that have been held in Kenya in the last number of years, the last of which was graced by the presence of your president Uhuru Kenyatta, obviously is making a big impact. It has also taken my attention, and thus we have taken the initiative of inviting the 2 top players to here to Belgium, but also we had a tournament on Wednesday where your young potential Njoroge was playing.
Well, I think we have a good number of tournaments already running. We have the Savannah, we have the Safari, you know. So we already have a good number of tournaments running in the country, and opportunities provided to our especially young, pros to participate, to win, to show and their stuff. I think that we can continue supporting them to make sure that they have that access to other spaces. Where they can put the experience to test, and where others can see them, because at the end of the day we're hoping that they'll get proper sponsorships, because it's okay to come here and play once or twice, but the trick is in getting the right kind of sponsorship so that it's sustainable, so that you're playing here in Belgium, but you're playing in other parts of the world as well, because of the level of sponsorships that you have. If you don't have those sponsorships, of course it gets really expensive, and it becomes almost impossible. But if you have the right sponsorships, and I'm encouraging our own corporates as well to start sponsoring our young golf players. We need everything in sports to be happening, so that the image of the country, its potential can be exposed to the rest of the world. I think every time that we do something differently, there's a bit of a surprise, a pleasant one for the rest of the world, and then everybody starts cheering, right? So obviously, I'm looking forward to a time when everybody will be, fighting to get to the Kenya Open, because they want to play against Kenyan golfers, right? Because the Kenyan golfers are as good, or if not better, than others. And all that will happen if we get the right sponsorships, the right exposure. We support our athletes to focus on the game, by providing them with the space, but also supporting their acquiring of equipment, getting the right coaches, and things like that. I am convinced that we're on the right track. I'm convinced that we're on the right track with junior golf, because now we have engaged with US kids, right? And they're willing to provide equipment, as long as obviously that equipment can come into the country tax-free. And so we're hoping that we can actually start at the youngest age to prepare the global future golf players. The thing is that as long as you are a member of the junior golf, you access those courses and pay 100 shillings to play. So it's already been made very, very easy and accessible, I think. So we just need to encourage more to be part of the junior golf, so that they can access the greens for the 100 shillings that I'm talking about. In fact, I think that I've encouraged a lot of young people to come on board, and pay that amount of money to access the greens, so that we are able to look at this sport as any other sport, right? Not as an elite sport, but as a sport that is accessible to everybody in the country. We're having those conversations. They're not easy conversations to have because, at the end of the day, the argument is that these are all DP World, tournaments, and that one is as good as the other. And if you can play in Kenya, why do you want to play elsewhere? And we've told them that we actually need the exposure. We need to play on different courses, some more difficult, some more, some easier to play on. But we want our golf players, right, including the amateurs, to have that breadth of experience and that breadth of exposure, so that they can play anywhere in the world, because they've been given the opportunity to do that in the early days of their own careers. We're hoping that the 3 slots we have now can be maintained, if not increased, so that we have Kenyans playing here every year.